So this happened last week. Working with this couple, Gerald and Sandra, have worked with them for a couple of months now. They are an amazing couple. They're in their mid-40s, have two 20-something sons, professional couple, both highly educated. They have been working in therapy off and on for several years. The amount of pain and hurt between the two of them is immense. He holds an intense amount of anger. You can see it in his jaw. His jaw is just literally clenched. And when his anger comes out, it doesn't come out as an attack. It usually comes out as a plead. You don't hear me. I don't matter to you. And that comes out after long periods of silence and not being able to respond emotionally or to be very present in a conversation. Sandra's the other side of this equation. She comes in with a diagnosis that she tells me that she's manic depressive. You may have met Sandra before. Diagnoses are very important to her. Reading up symptoms are very important to her. She tends to be an authority. She tends to be very, very stressed. And I think the more she consumes and knows, with the hope that she's going to feel less anxious. But they came in presenting like many couples do. He's convinced that her excessive outbursts that they have described as manic depressive is her problem and fix her. Sandra tells me all the problems that are wrong with him, and she diagnoses him with Asperger's, not understanding her. The anger and the rage between the two of them is palpable. I feel it in the room every week. They escalate one another. They're definitely an equal match in each other's life. And surprisingly, they really love each other. There is a drive in them to want to continue working on this. I don't know how many couples therapists they have gone through, but they've alluded to several. In our first session, Sandra and I definitely had the battle for structure going on. Out of her anxiety, she really struggles with letting go of control of what we talk about and in what order and how we talk about things in the session. We've gotten through that. In all of their anger, they are so caught in the great continuum of emotion. From anger to love, they are clearly caught in anger and fear. I see Gerald and Sandra caught in this epic battle. And they both fear losing each other. And from their fear, they respond in anger and control and a number of other dynamics that add to their mix. with so much anger in the room, it's coming from fear. So they both love each other deeply. They both love so much. They are in so much fear of losing even the little connection that they have with each other. So I know love is all there is. At their core, she's just pure love. At his core, he's just pure love, pure consciousness of love. But they feel so separate from each other. They don't see themselves as one. So we're working on the separation. We're working on starting with the anger and letting it be our guide to the deeper fear of loss of connection and attachment to one another. And they're beginning to use love to identify how they would like to be reassured and how to ask for it. And also learning how to love themselves so they can be present to love their partner. What we do for another, we do for ourselves. What we fail to do for the other, we fail to do for ourselves. These are the higher choices that this couple is choosing to work with. It's slow. The fear is big. The sense of betrayal is huge. The hurt runs really deep. And yet, there's a sparkle between the two of them that shows up at times. It's a very cautious one. Moving towards oneness, letting go of separateness. Seeing each other as love, even in the midst of all this pain. Like I said, they are truly an amazing couple. I'll keep you informed.